Hi boys and girls, back again up in this room because we're still doing renos and we're on lesson 18, Stewards of God's Creation. All right, so we're going to start our lesson off talking about what is a steward. That's a tricky word. And it's okay, I've got a plant here. I'm going to hold it up for you. It's a pretty mum. It's a potted plant. Okay. Have you guys ever had to take care of your neighbor's pets or water their plants when they go on vacation? I know I have. What if I gave this pretty plant for you to take care for me? If I gave that to you to take care of me, what would you do to take care of it and make sure that it stays healthy? What are some things you might do? I have some ideas. Okay, I would water it. I would put it in the sunshine, and then I'd pick off, I see there's a couple leaves that are starting to go, so I'd make sure I take that off for any of the flowers that aren't healthy anymore, just to make it look nice and healthy, right? To make that's what I would do, okay? There are lots of things that you could do for it, but does this mean this plant is yours? If I ask you to take care of it for me, does this mean I'm giving it to you to keep? No, I'm not. I'm just asking you to look after it for me. So it's not yours to keep. It's just yours to kind of help me out while I'm away, right? Now let's pretend here I've got this little guy. Let's pretend he's real, okay? I don't have a real dog. I have a real cat who's kind of laying behind me there. But now, so hold on before we do that. But if you enjoy looking at it or it blooms, you can look after it. You can smell the pretty flowers when you take care of them, right? Okay. Now let's pretend that this dog is real and that I've asked you to take care of it for me. What kinds of things would you do for it? Feed it maybe? Give it some water? Play with it? Pet it? Take it for walks? Clean up his poop, right? Does that mean the puppy belongs to you though? Is it your puppy now? No, not your puppy, right? But you can enjoy playing and petting with it and taking care of it for me, right? So this, but you can enjoy that. Yes, it sounds like you guys would be pretty good stewards. Stewards are like helpers in a way. That means you would do a good job of taking care of these things for me. That is what a steward is. Someone who takes care of something. See, I told you we'd have some stuff going on in the house, right? Some loud noises. Take care of something that belongs to someone else. Okay? So, but let's take a look here. Now, if we have to look at the earth, we know what the earth looks like. It's round, it's got water and land on it. But wait a minute. Are we supposed to look after the whole earth? God told us that we are supposed to look after it back in creation, right? He made all these things for us to look after for him, but it's not ours, it's his. And so we are stewards for God, and we are here to help look after earth and all the things on it for him. Okay, I'm going to read from Genesis again, but I'm going to read from chapter 1, verse 26 this time. So I'm going to go back to my Bible, and I'm going to go back to Genesis number 1 and verse 26. And let's just see what he has to say about it. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, in our likeness, and let them rule over the fish in the sea and all the livestock, over all the creatures and that moved along the ground." Rule over them, but it's not really ours. We're just there to kind of look after it. Okay, another word that could have been in there is dominion over. And that means it's not yours, you're just kind of helping look after it. That's kind of interesting when we think about that. Do you remember who created earth and everything in it? Right, God did. Okay, so who owns it then? If he created it, it's his. Yeah. So this verse says that God created man and he gave dominion or rule over the earth. Okay, and that means he gave him responsibility to look after it. So God brought the animals to Adam for him to name and helps us take care of things when we have a name for them. He also put them in charge of the Garden of Eden and to tend and keep to it. They were taking care of God's creation when they cared for the garden. Now, I've helped look after lots of gardens. It's a lot of work, isn't it? When we care for the plants and the trees, we get to eat what they grow, which is really nice because I'm just starting my garden right now. So we've planted all our seeds. So we're going to wait for them to grow, and then we're going to eat the stuff that comes out of the garden. That's a blessing God gives us for properly taking care of his creation. It takes work to do this, And we have to take care of all of it. We have to water the plants, get rid of the weeds so they can grow properly. So back at the beginning, God gave people the responsibility to watch over the earth and all the creation. In order to do that, we need to be good stewards. Okay? That means we need to help take care of that. And I'm just going to flip it over here. One more thing here. We know that this is God's world and that God cares about it. He is in control of everything that happens. God owns it, but he gave man dominion over his creation, and we're responsible to use it wisely. And he expects us to be good stewards and take care of it the best we can. And we should do this because we want to please God and the one who created it all. And so we need to learn how to do that. So in our lessons today, if you're in pre-K up to grade 3, kind of have a couple of sheets like this. There is a coloring sheet here regarding recycling and looking after the earth. Another coloring sheet here, how we should take care of the earth. And then there's a little skit here as well to kind of just help remind us of that. And then if you are in grades 4 and up, you have a sheet that looks kind of like this. You have a couple coloring sheets as well. And then there's a word search as well. And then every family at the end has this, okay? Maybe you could help look after the birds. And I've got 2 ideas on how to make a bird feeder. So you could use a piece of bread or you could use a toilet paper roll. And then you spread something sticky like peanut butter or some butter on there and you roll it in seeds and put it out on a tree, and then you're feeding the birds and you help looking after them. So that's one way you can take care of the earth. I'm sure you can think of lots of different things since Earth Day just happened on things that you can do to take care of the earth. All right, that's it for this week. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.